X's and O's Sports Speak podcast. Another guest on my show right here. I'm your host, Aaron Daniels, by the way. I got my mans right here, man. I didn't get to coach him, but he was playing ball around the same time I was coaching ball down in Muskogee. This cat was one of the most loved and hated players in the history, man, while I was down there. I got David Beasley in here rocking with me. What's up, Bees?
What's up?
Man, it's been a long time coming. We supposed to have been sat down even on the other project, but we wasn't able to get that going. But here we are on this one right here. Appreciate you joining me, man.
Definitely. Glad to be here.
All right. Now, man, just explain to folks that may not know you or that may know you only as a basketball player, where everything started from, and where you from. Tell us about the upbringing. Just take us there. I'm going to sit back.
All right. I was born in Tulsa, Oklahoma. A lot of people don't know that.
Including me.
I was born in Tulsa. Moved to Muskogee around first grade. Actually moved to Muskogee.
Yeah.
Then after that, just started playing basketball around fourth grade.
Ooh-wee.
A lot of people don't know this. Coach Rowland, the one who found me. I was just on the street dribbling around. He just came up to me one day and was like, "You want to play?" And I was like, "Yeah." Then ever since then, it's just been, a great success for me with basketball on the court.
Oh yeah. Now I actually remember Coach Rowland saying some stuff about how you used to play with his youth team whenever you were real little, and he always talks about how his squad beat I think it was Sean Wilkerson and them. And he said Wilkerson's still mad at him to this day for that, man.
Beat him in the championship game. We went undefeated that year.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Now, you being from Tulsa, which I really didn't know. I ain't even BSing y'all out there. I've known this cat for some years now, but I didn't know that he was born in Tulsa originally. And then you came to Muskogee when, you say?
First grade.
First grade. So we talking like six? Oh, yeah. Okay. So basically you grew up in Muskogee. That fair to say?
I grew up in Muskogee, yeah.
How was growing up in Muskogee, man? How much different was it, if you even can remember your time in Tulsa, to compare it to that?
I really don't remember it too much, but just growing up in Muskogee, I'm not going to say it's really rough, but it's rough.
Mm-hmm.
Just ups and downs in Muskogee, stuff going on, a lot of distractions in Muskogee.
Right.
But, me playing ball and getting around good people environment, putting the right people around me, helped me out.
That's right. That's good. Now, is basketball the only sport you've ever played?
No, in sixth grade till middle school, I played football and basketball.
Oh, yeah. Two-sport athlete, huh?
Yes, and actually 1 year I long jumped, I believe, seventh grade.
Who talked you into that, man?
Magnat, Coach Magnat.
Shout out to Anthony or Arthur or Prentice. Which one of them?
Anthony,
man. How come I knew you was going to say Magnat, man?
Anthony talked me into it 1 year, and I did it.
That's good. How was that experience, man? Was it good for you?
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I actually enjoyed football. I really wanted one of my first loves, football. I actually enjoyed football.
Nice. What position did they have you at out there?
Receiver.
Ooh, okay. How was them hands though?
Great.
Oh, wait a minute. Chill out being so modest. Then he said, great. Okay. Now, you said you played throughout your whole middle school.
Yes.
All right, so we're talking 6, which was elementary at that time, all the way to 8th. What made it stop? Well, was it like I'm kind of over it, or it's like I'm into basketball?
Yeah, it was more like I'm kind of over it. I want to play basketball, and then just Coach Terry Scott, he came to Muskogee, and I seen how the program just grew. Mm-hmm. Me watching my brother play for Terry Scott for 2 years, just me watching the program grow, and I just I want to be a part of that as soon as possible.
Right. Good deal. And also, shout out to Coach Scott, one of the wise men out there, man. He taught me a lot of what I know, too. And that's big. Now, I do remember your freshman class. Okay, now, I wasn't there for your freshman year, but I do remember being there. My first year in Muskogee was your sophomore year. And y'all had some dudes in your class.
Yes, we did.
Man, how come all of them didn't necessarily make it through, from your freshman team, guys on that freshman team that didn't necessarily end their career as seniors with you?
I know 3 of them moved who was really good players as we was freshmen, but I just think it was the coaching changes. We had my years at Muskogee, I had 3 different coaches: Coach Terry Scott, Lloyd Williams, and Josh Berry.
Right.
And it was just every year was a new transition. And
right.
A lot of them guys play football too, and when a new coach came in, they were just we might as well just stick with football. We got to go through a whole nother process.
I got you, man. That's tough. But you were able to keep your head down and just stick with it.
Yes.
Now, I can remember talking to Josh Berry and Jimmy Walker and those guys that were on that staff. they told me I couldn't necessarily see it right then, but it made sense when they said it to me. They said, "Man, Beasley and them, they're not really buying in yet. I can tell it. I can tell they don't really trust us yet." I mean, walk me through that. Was there a process? Did you ever think in your mind when you're dealing with all this turnover from coach to coach, from year to year, are you thinking like, man, this dude might not even be here past this year? Like, were you really juggling with that?
Me personally, yes, I did, because just speaking to coach before that told me he wasn't going to leave, and he actually left.
Man.
And he was just like, all right, you never know.
Right.
You know? So me personally, yeah, that bothered me a lot, like not putting my trust in a coach like that.
All right. Now, do you think it showed in your game on the court, or was it just more like on a personal level, like, yeah, we can do business, but I ain't going to get too close personally?
I think both. I think we wasn't, me personally, I wasn't fully brought in yet. And me being like the leader of that team, you can see the team wasn't brought in yet neither.
Mm-hmm. So instead, they say, "Hey, Bees, I need you to run this play right here." And you be like, "All right."
Yeah.
And then go out there and just start creating.
Yeah.
Man, I remember watching that, and we used to roll. We used to laugh. Now I got to give you props though, because I'm a basketball coach too, and I think every basketball team has to have just like that guy, you know. And I ain't sitting over here trying to kiss your ass and nothing like that and call you the guy, but you did have that mentality, somebody who wasn't afraid of the moment and would just when in need. Or when in doubt, rather, you just go get the ball and go make a play, and you'll just live with the results, however it happens, whether it's good or it's bad. And I think every team needs that. But I also think it's a fine line between, doing what the coaches want done and also realizing, hey, I got to use my instincts and be that guy. I mean, was it tough for you to figure out that difference?
Yes, it was. For me, what changed, one day me and Coach Berry, we sat down, and we might have talked about for an hour and a half. We just had like a heart to heart.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually like in tears. I shed a few tears, like,
for sure.
like just out of like, he was just telling me like, I can go somewhere far with this basketball thing. He was just telling me, even outside of basketball, he's still gonna love me regardless of what happened. And then I think that moment, it like changed me. Like I had trust in him.
Yeah.
So ever since then, the rest, and you can even tell as like the season went on, we started playing better.
Mm-hmm.
The whole team started playing better. Just like we brought in, me being the leader, I began to trust them.
Now, what about your teammates? Were they able to trust in you, or was that a process too?
That one might have been the biggest process of all processes.
What was the problem though, or where was the disconnect, if there was one?
I think it was a lot of outside talk. I think it was a lot of outside talk.
I got you.
People in the stands, people in my teammates' ear.
Right.
That I don't pass the ball and do this.
Yeah.
Things of that nature.
For sure. Another thing where I got to jump in your corner on this now is, because I was there during that time, and I would watch those games, and I would hear some of the same noise from a lot of the people who were unaffiliated with the program. But whenever those moments in those games would come, and they were looking for somebody to just be like, all right, we need somebody to go out and just try to take this thing over. Like even some of your teammates, they'd be kind of looking to you to be the guy to make that move. Yeah. Not necessarily to be the guy to go get the bucket, but be the guy to be aggressive like that. Like, I mean, how were you able to stay grounded under them circumstances? Like you got your teammates kind of doubting you, and then you got the fans loving you when you do well, but as soon as you mess up, see, they need to take him out. Like how you keep your feet on the ground with that right there?
Man, just knowing that they don't see the work I put in when nobody's around, and that just hard work. I know, like I trusted my abilities and my hard work, so it was just like my confidence was high.
Yeah.
So I trusted in myself. So I went out there and made plays for the team.
Right. Now, how's that work ethic now, man? You in college now. You dig what I'm saying? How you still got that fire burning?
I still got the same work ethic.
Good.
Still.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, I made my own segue right there. You know what I mean? Because we're going straight to the college scene. Now, you have been a little bit of a journeyman now. Yes. All right? You've been on different campuses and different programs. And this your junior year, correct?
Yes, sir.
How many years you been out of high school, though?
3.
Been in 3. Okay, now start from the beginning. First school to the current school. Where all you been?
And I went to out of high school. I went to Redlands Community College.
Right, yeah, Reno.
Played there a year. Had a coaching change, and I left and went to Independence Community College.
Right.
In the Jayhawk Conference, which I believe is one of the toughest junior college conferences
there
is.
No doubt.
Especially when it comes to guard play, which I really enjoyed. I enjoyed that. At a junior college, I had a few low major Division I's, Alcorn, Pine Bluff, but I waited so long sign and commit somewhere that I lost a few of them. So I ended up going Division II
Right.
in Arkansas. Arkansas Monticello.
Got you.
And then that didn't work out. Went to OC for a semester, sat out. Now I'm at Southwest Christian.
Got you. Now you can decline to answer if you want to, but I'm gonna dig a little deeper to see what was it that made you want to leave Redlands after year one. Was it the coaching change and you just weren't sure what was coming next, or what?
It wasn't really the coaching change. It was just that I felt like I needed to get away from Oklahoma. I was too close. I wasn't focused my first year at all when it just came to like academics, just putting the work in how I usually am. Like my work ethic, it was just like I wasn't focused there. I just needed like a new scenery.
Right. I got that. Now, were you supported in that decision, by your family and by
Yes.
by folks in your circle?
Yes, most definitely.
Good deal. Well, you say it was a smooth transition when you went to independence?
Yeah, it was smooth.
Good. Got the fix you were looking for.
Yes.
All right. Good deal. Now, how good were y'all that year? Because unfortunately, I haven't gotten to watch you play since you've been in college.
We started out the season 10-0. Actually, at Independence, we set the record. That's actually a record there still to the day. Starting off a season 10-0, we had a shaky second semester. We lost first round of a regional tournament.
Yeah. Damn. Now I'll tell you what. Anybody who has never played ball in junior college, it'll make a man out of you.
Make a man out of you.
For real. I mean, everybody there is hungry and they're trying to get to that next spot. And I can remember being in junior college when I was playing at Murray. Like, we had, talent on talent for about the first 2 months. Then after that, cats just started self-eliminating. Did you see some of that? Did you see some cats that ended up just not getting the job done, and then you thinking they're going to be with you, next thing you know, they're not with the squad anymore.
Yes.
Numbers go way down.
Yes, I seen that. Talented people, too. Their first semester, you don't see them second semester.
See, man, God, dog. So how many did y'all end with? You remember? Did y'all have a full roster at the end of the season?
I think we ended with 9.
See, that's what it is.
10, yeah.
Oh, boy. But you know what? Hey, man, that's what it's about. So you were able to weather the storm, move on to the next spot. And that was Arkansas Monticello, right?
Yes, sir.
What happened with that? Tell us about that experience, man. How was it, or how was it not compared to how you wanted it to be?
It was really that, it wasn't one of my, they offered me, but it just wasn't like, they offered me late because I didn't accept like some of my other offers that I had, and it was just like a situation where it was like now or never, or I didn't have nowhere else to go.
I got you.
At the time.
Mm-hmm. So you kind of chose them by default?
By default, yeah.
Yeah.
I waited so long to like even like commit somewhere because I was really thinking big on Alcorn State at the time. I was talking to a lot of people. Sidney Carter, Coach Carter,
right.
Barry, my family, Gaines.
Absolutely.
And it was just like I waited so long and I missed out on it basically.
I hear you. Man, that's real, dog, because a lot of people wouldn't admit that. A lot of people would just say, I chose not to go, you know what I mean, and leave out that other part, because there is a such thing as, when opportunity knocks, you kind of got to make a move. And we not a lot of times don't have the same amount of time as we think we have. But when you got to Monticello, what was that experience like, man?
To be honest, it was me basically being in junior college again. That's how I felt.
Oh, yeah? I'm guessing that wasn't a good thing then.
Yeah, it wasn't a good thing. Small town, it was just, I don't know. It felt like me being back in junior college. And then the style of play they played, it just like wasn't mine. It's a half-court game.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of sets, and that just like wasn't for me.
Right. Like to get on out in the open floor, make your moves, do your thing?
Most definitely.
Okay. So you move on from there, right?
Yes,
Then you end up at OC. Okay, now when you made the move from Monticello, was this at the end? Was this in the spring, or was this at the Christmas break, or what?
Christmas break, yeah. So I was at I went to OC that January.
Right.
Starting the new year.
At the top of this year, 2017.
Yes.
All right.
Top of 2017.
Okay, and so you there? You weren't eligible to play, right? I'm imagining.
Yeah, I wasn't eligible to play.
So what they got you doing from the months of January all the way until May when school is over?
I'm helping them. They still in season, so they wanted me to come in right away, practice with them, be a dog, do what I do, get out in transition.
True.
In that conference, a lot of guards get out in transition. So basically, they wanted me to just go at the players who was there already in practice.
Scout team type joint.
Yes.
Okay. How was that, man? Did you embrace that challenge?
Almost definitely.
I feel it. All right, and so now when let's say May is here. We're at May now, May 2017. School's out Okay, everybody's going home or they going to their next spot, whatever. What's the summer of 2017 looking like for you? I mean, how did you end up where you are now?
Just really a miscommunication, I can say, with the coaching staff.
Right.
And I know he had a coaching change as well, but it was just like a miscommunication with the head coach. So that made me depart, and then I found myself at Southwest Christian. Coach called me. They got a new coach
What's his
from
name?
Philadelphia, John Mack.
All right, man. Okay.
Called me, wanted me to come work out. I might have worked out for 5 minutes. He stopped the workout and offered me a scholarship. And
like that?
Just like that, yeah. So it was just like, and then I already had experience of waiting so long. So right when the opportunity came, I took it.
Yeah.
Just from past experiences, I didn't want to miss out.
Hey, you know what? I think that's big right there, dog. Because like when you're making the same mistakes over and over and over again, man, you got to point. You got to look in the mirror. Yeah. So you making adjustments. You figure something out from your past experiences, and then you did your best not to make that mistake this time. Right? That's what's up. So right now you're at
Southwest Christian.
Southwest Christian. Okay, and is that in Bethany? Bethany, yes. Oklahoma. Okay. How's that been so far, man? Walk me through, man. How's it been academically as far as classwork goes, campus life in that gym, team? What's happening, man?
Well, campus life is very dry.
Very dry.
Very dry campus.
But I know what you mean with that word right there.
With academics, though, it's been pretty good. I can actually say it's a little easier since the classrooms are smaller. The teacher actually know who you are, things of that nature, and they know you by name, so they trying to help you out. So academic-wise, it's been great for me. Court-wise, it's been good as well. When I was on the court, I had a good off season, conditioning-wise, weightlifting, things of that nature. So it's been good on the court as well.
All right. Heck yeah. So y'all started practices and everything, right?
Yes.
It's all the way live, right? Okay. Now we were just talking off the air, right? You said you got a little bit of a physical ailment that's been kind of, I don't want to say holding you back, but it kind of represented itself. Man, what you got going on? What you got brewing with you physically, man?
I got a heart problem. It's called WPW, Wolfson-Parkinson's White. And basically, they just want me to get re-cleared again. So I've been out for the last 2 weeks. Yeah, the last 2 weeks. Haven't been able to practice or do anything. I'm just waiting on the doctors, give me a call. I took a few tests for the doctors, some blood work, and I'm just waiting on them to get back with me.
I feel it.
Ready to play.
Now, so you've been out of team activities, right?
Yes.
Now, have you been limited as far as work on your own time?
Yes, I can't do anything.
Can't do anything? So no running, no lifting?
No running.
Oh, man, I know you over there going crazy.
Yeah.
Going crazy with it. Because, people, I got to let y'all know, man, I know this cat. He's been one of the biggest gym rats that I've been around in the past, I know you about, 6 years now? This dude was always in the gym. Man, is that appetite of yours, was this something that you had to develop, or was it something that was natural to you, that came just early?
I think it came natural to me because it was just I didn't like being at home. I didn't like being on, and then I seen what was going on in Muskogee, people going to the street life, things of that nature. Even some close friends of mine, and I was just being in the gym felt like home to me.
I got you.
It was fun.
Nice.
It didn't feel like a job, I had to be here. It was just this is where I want to be.
There you go. Yeah, I can remember watching you bringing your younger siblings in there, man. It's you'd be at the house. I guess you had some babysitting duties you had to fulfill that day, but you didn't let that stop you. You said, okay, well, if I got to babysit and I got an opportunity to go to the gym, well, guess what? Kiddos, we going to the gym.
Most definitely.
I mean, let that be a message to you, if we got some youngsters listening that are still athletes, man, don't be making a bunch of excuses. If you got some hurdles in the way, jump over them. You know what I mean? If we got a bunch of people that would kill to be in your position. And that's just real right there. Now, of all the coaches that you played for, up to this point, well, particularly in high school, in your high school years, AAU coaches included, who would you say had the biggest and most influence on you as far as anything in basketball goes, whether it be your style of play or your work ethic? Who just left that print on you?
Josh Berry did.
All right.
Josh Berry did.
Man, how was that? What did he do that made you just man, you know what? this is my guy right here, man. And what can you harken back to in your mind? Like, yeah, I learned that from Coach.
Well, like I said, that heart to heart basically like changed my whole life, really.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, what I can harken back on is just a lot of pushbacks. He told me before he got there, I was really like just a straight scorer, didn't pass too much.
True that.
And he told me if I want to make it at the next level, I'm gonna have to become a point guard.
Right.
So we worked on that so much, me trying to get people involved, me passing, and then that's when that trust came in. I trusted him and began to trust him, my teammates.
I feel it.
Became easy.
All right. That's when you begin to trust your teammates. And it's crazy. Did you ever see a difference in your teammates once you started to go to them more often?
Their confidence like shot up.
You need them, right?
You need them, most definitely.
Five-man team. You got to have all that. Now, we're going to transition into something else. Let's talk about your social life, all right? And what I mean by that is I try to tell my players all the time, maybe in not the same words that I'm about to say, but in different ways, that when you're a student athlete, you're not a regular student. You know what I mean? You're not necessarily the same. How are you? When did you notice that, okay, I'm in sort of a different stratosphere now as a student athlete when you were in high school? Like, did you ever feel people treating you different or, moving kind of different around you because you are who you were?
Yeah, most definitely. And then one of Coach Berry's famous saying, when you play basketball, you in the fishbowl, you ain't got no helmet on, like people actually know who you are.
Yeah.
They see you, they know your every move.
True.
So that's when I started beginning to tell, like it was like, people treated me different. Teachers treated me different, helped me out like a little more than probably they would, spend extra time with me.
Uh-huh. So you actually had teachers that were, like, rooting for you.
Yes, most definitely.
Now, honestly speaking, since you're out of high school, you can't get in trouble no more. Did you ever run across a teacher that you felt like were a little bit extra to you because you were an athlete? Like, you know what, I'm going to make it rougher on him just so he knows that he can't get away with this.
No, not in high school at all.
Okay, good. That's good. Because we got some of them out there, it's like they wanna make it known that, hey, you ain't no different than any other student that doesn't play. Now, one thing that I have noticed though, when I was in your same position, when I was in high school, when I was in college, it was like the friends that I had, most of them did what I do. Most of my friends played ball. They were my teammates. You know what I'm saying? But you always got a few who are not basketball players, or you may have some friends that are non-athletes. How is your relationship different with them versus your teammates? And when do you have to be like, you know what, I can kick it with you up to this point, but then I can see you kind of doing something that I ain't really into, so I'm going to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely. My friends off the court was, my closest friends was Corvell Grayson and D'Angelo Grayson. I know a lot of people from Muskogee. We basically, when I first moved to Oklahoma Street, when I got to Muskogee, them was like the first people I met.
Absolutely.
And we actually lived like 2 houses down from each other.
True that.
And they was like, actually D'Angelo played basketball when we were on Coach Rowland's team, but then once he got to high school, he stopped playing.
Right.
He went his other route, but it was just like, he supported me.
Right.
He supported me big time, so he knew when it was basketball time, he was rooting me on.
Right.
But then, when it wasn't basketball time, we can kick it. I can talk to him about whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So
right.
He was just like that.
Now, what about the ladies, man? You know what I mean? Did you find yourself getting a little extra love, a little extra attention because, you David Beasley, the basketball player out here putting in that work?
Yes.
It was a little bit different?
Most definitely.
I see that grin coming on your face, so I'm already knowing what that's about. Now, grown folks, like a lot of the old heads, and when I say old heads, I mean that in the most respectful way, period, But they always would tell me the same thing that I'm pretty sure you heard. They say college is the best days of your life. You know what I mean? And I had a fun high school ride, so I'm thinking, man, high school is going to be hard to top. And you had a pretty good high school run, too. Yeah. Your college experience as a man, not necessarily as a student or as an athlete, but growing into your own independence as a man, like how has that experience been for you? Has it been enjoyable or it's been rough?
It's been enjoyable, I can say, just because in high school, the people that was around me, they taught me, they prepared me for the moments I'm in now. So it's been really enjoyable for me.
All right. And you ain't made no big time mistakes that you haven't been able to get out of, right?
No.
Good deal.
No.
Now, oh yeah, and you know that's another one of those big things right there. It's an evolution. We're not teenagers no more. You in your 20s now. When I first met you, you was 16. How old are you now?
21.
21. Oh, you about to be 20 in November?
Yeah.
See, I'll be remembering birthdays. Okay, now, as far as your degree, since you've been bouncing around, are you still on track to graduate in 4 years, or have you lost some credits to where you got to reroute or what?
Yeah, I lost some credits, which means I would have graduated early.
True that.
But since I transferred, I lost a few credits. I lost actually 15, I believe.
Ooh, it's a whole semester worth.
Actually, yeah, I won't graduate till the first of the next semester.
I got you. Any regrets, man, thus far?
No regrets.
No? And every move you made has been the one, it turned out to be better than the last spot?
Yeah, just learning from my mistakes. Don't wait too long, because I know people ask me about work. I know Tubby actually called me one day about his college decision. I told him, like, don't wait long, because coaches, it's another one of you out there.
That's true.
So don't wait too long, you know?
Yeah. Especially when you're a guard. You know what I mean?
Especially when you're a guard.
Now, life after basketball. Have you thought much about that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah? Now, a lot of cats, before I shoot the question at you, a lot of kids, man, I think the age-old question is, what do you want to be when you grow up? People always ask that question, even to little bitty kids like toddlers. And I think it's impressive when they say something, no matter what it is. They say, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer. And they may not stick to it, their passion might change. But I think a lot of cats, even my age, and I'm 28 years old, like, they don't necessarily know what it is they want to do. You know what I mean? They just kind of out here just taking on, just doing jobs just for the money. You know what I mean? They don't necessarily know what their calling is. Do you know what you want to do as far as making a living goes once you get out of school? Have you thought that far?
Yeah, I thought about it, really coaching and just helping kids, like, less fortunate. I'm big on, like, helping kids, man, people who was in my position, people who got overlooked, things of that nature, be able to help them out.
The underdogs, huh?
Underdogs, most definitely. Help them out, help their family out, better their lives.
Good deal. I don't know why I may be profiling you, but I can see you as a coach a little bit. You know what I mean? I can see you at it. You got a good mind for the game, and I used to watch you. Which brings me to another question. You remember the Rougher League?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Now the players had to coach in that, right? At least as far as the boys program went. And the girls program was the same way, but we had some lazy dogs in there. So some of them would coach, and then some of them would just sit on the bench, whatever. And I love them dearly, but that was the truth. What'd you take from that experience, man? Was that your first time having to be in a coach role?
Yes.
How was it, man? Break that down.
I took it personal because we actually lost in the championship game. It still haunts me to the day.
Still mad.
I didn't call a timeout, which I should have.
Right.
But it was a great experience working with kids, teaching them the game, then actually like seeing them like go execute during the game. And putting smiles on their faces when they win.
Right.
Even when things go bad, me just talking to them, helping them through it.
Exactly.
So, that was big for me.
Oh yeah. Did you ever catch yourself saying some of the same stuff to them that you would hear being said to you from your coaches?
Yes. Yes, I did.
That's a big point. And coach probably over there looking like, where'd you hear that before? That's big right there, man. That's super huge. Now, you actually came and showed us some love. All right, you came to Piedmont last year, man, and was on some scout team, beating up on our guys, helping us out, helping us get ready for our upcoming opponent. Man, can I borrow you again? That's all I'm saying. Whenever y'all season get toward the end, dog, we may need you back out there.
Yes. I'll come help always.
Hey, absolutely. Now, to put a wrap on this thing, you know what I mean? Because you came through, you showed love. I got a couple things I'm gonna run right at you. And the first thing that come to your mind, I want you to just describe these people in one word. Okay, I'm gonna throw some names at you, and whatever comes to your mind, I want you to go ahead and go right off the dome. When you think about Creed Flowers,
my big brother.
Yeah. Okay. Robert Warren, School.
Knockdown shooter.
You know what I'm saying? Still out there getting it done. Jimmy Walker.
Don't go behind your back, Beasley, in the backcourt.
Yeah. You hate that behind the back move. You know what I mean? DeBose.
Man.
That dude's something else, ain't it?
One word for DeBose. I don't know if I can just describe it one word.
You might need a whole sentence for dude.
A whole sentence or paragraph.
Yeah, man.
But one word for DeBose is he there for you. I can say that.
For sure.
He always
for
there
sure.
for you.
Brent Duncan.
warrior, put you through the hardest workouts, but he love you though.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Last but not least, T. Scott.
The GOAT.
Old player, old wily veteran, man. Hey, dog, I appreciate you coming through and showing love on the podcast, folks. It's been another edition. I have my man David Beasley in here with me. I'm Aaron Daniels. We'll hit y'all with another one next week, man. Peace.